Hello and welcome to part 2 of travel tips if you're planning on going traveling in 2026. Just as we did in the last video, let's get straight into these travel tips. And tip number 1 for this video is make sure you bring a universal travel adapter if you're planning on charging your devices in another country. Sometimes it gets confused in which plug socket they use. If you get a universal travel adapter, it's quite cheap, you can pick it up online and you can make sure your devices can be charged in any country. Tip number 2, make sure you've got a way of writing down information, whether that's a notebook, your notes app on your phone. There's going to be little bits of information, maybe what time you've got to be ready for a tour, any hotel check-in information that they haven't given you on a piece of paper. Have your notes app ready, or a piece of paper and a pen, or a little booklet or journal you can bring with you to write down any important information you might need during your trip. Tip number 3, sometimes you're going to be out for a full day and there might not be the toilets or the facilities you're looking for. You've eaten or you've touched something a bit disgusting and you're going to wipe your hands. I'd recommend bringing either some hand sanitizer or some wet wipes so you can get that bit of cleanliness. Keep yourself not getting ill and feeling well. Tip number 4, make sure you research local customs before you come. For example, it's not always common in every culture for handshake. There might be other ways of showing respect that they value more. So have a little research of the customs in the country that are going to beforehand, so you can avoid making any sort of fool of yourself and showing respect to the people there. Tip number 5, bring a small foldable day bag if you're planning on having a day out and you don't want to bring your whole big bag. For example, I have this. Looks like a pencil case. It's as small as a pencil case, but this turns into a backpack. Let's do it. We open it up like this. We fold it out. And there we go. Backpack we have completely. 2 straps go down your back, plenty of space in the middle, all from the size of a pencil case. So I would definitely recommend bringing a small foldable day bag if you're planning on days out during your trip. And you can fold it straight back into a really small size, straight back into your big bag. Tip number 6, make sure you pick up a waterproof phone case. There might be a lot of times when you're in the sea, you're in water, you don't want to leave your phone on the side, you want to take your belongings with you. This can really help you out. Take it with you, completely waterproof as you say, and keep your stuff safe whilst you're enjoying yourself. Tip number 7, and whilst this is something I didn't personally do myself, I saw a lot of people doing it, which is to bring a filtered water bottle. The tap water isn't safe everywhere you go. Maybe you don't always want to spend money buying fresh water every day. So if you get a filtered water bottle, it can keep your water safe and drinkable. This one applies if you're going to hot countries like in Southeast Asia, your Thailand, your Bali, your Vietnam. In these hot countries, it can be really humid and you can just sweat through all your clothes. So I definitely bring some lightweight clothing so you can change at a moment's notice in case you've had a day out and you might be a bit sweaty. Use local transport apps. Apps like Grab and Bolt are available in places like Thailand and they can save you a lot of time and money instead of getting a regular taxi, which may overcharge you. Grab and Bolt have fixed fares. They tell you when they're coming and it makes the whole process really convenient. And it's negotiation. In a lot of countries, such as those in Southeast Asia, negotiation is often considered as part of the culture. But you've got to be polite when you're bargaining. Don't be bargaining over 20p, 10p. But of course you want to get a good deal. So you've got to find that sweet middle spot where you feel like you're getting a good deal, but you don't want to come across rude to local street sellers or the locals who may feel disrespected if you don't go about it in the right way. But with that said, bargaining is expected in most countries too. They'll often give you a high price to start and you are supposed to negotiate it down. So I wouldn't just take the first price as face value, but go about it in the right way. Try and have cash in small bills where possible. There's been a lot of times in my time away where I've only had like a big note, and if you go into a little small shop, then just not going to simply have change for it. So in Thailand, for example, if you go into a place like 7-Eleven, they pretty much always have change for your big bills. So you can buy something small in there, they'll give you change, and then you can use that at local shops or as you see fit or as you need as you go along. And also in places like this, whilst it is becoming more common, card isn't always accepted everywhere, so you're gonna need cash on hand, and especially in small amounts, depending if you're in really remote areas or in a small shop. So just something to think about. In a lot of places, such as in Southeast Asia and Thailand, there'll be bugs that will come out and bite you during the night. So there is a pink bug repellent from 7-Eleven. I'll put a picture here that I'd recommend getting. And as soon as I bought that, you sprayed it over you when you go out for an evening, you're pretty much not gonna be bothered by any of these bugs. So if you don't wanna get bit, and you don't want to be hassled in the evening, get this pink bug repellent from 7-Eleven if you're in Thailand. Tip number 13, depending on what country you're in, they might like to put spice in their food, and a lot of it, even without asking you. So if you're like me and you can't really handle spice or heat in your food, I would learn the phrase for no spicy or not spicy please, or it could save your whole meal being ruined, because it's not very nice if you don't enjoy spice and you're sitting there dripping in sweat. So in Thai, no spicy is my pet. My means no and pet means spicy, so my pet. But I would learn it for the country you're going to if you can't handle spice like me. If you can handle spice, good for you, don't rub it in. Tip number 14 is travel insurance. I know a lot of people sometimes choose not to get it, but it could be an absolute deal breaker. Medical expenses could be costly in some countries, depending on what you need. So for the sake of maybe a couple of £100 or even a lot less, if you're going for a shorter amount of time, I would definitely recommend it, as it really could save you completely. Tip number 15, which is to book your overnight travel, and it might be your overnight train or your overnight bus in advance for busy routes. If it's for a not as well-traveled route, maybe you could be okay, but if it's for a busy route and you need to go at a moment's notice, you might have difficulties. If you know you need to go somewhere, I'd recommend going on an app like One2Go Asia and get it booked up so you've got that booking confirmed, so your travel plans can continue as planned. Tip number 16, and this could be a controversial one, as some people stick to it and some don't, which is to avoid your tap water and your ice. I know some people who have had the ice, had the tap water, and been absolutely fine, and other people who have had both and been in a bit of a bad way. So if you want to be safe, I'd go for bottled water and avoid the ice to try and stay healthy for as long as possible on your trip. Tip number 17, get a dry bag such as one of these for boat trips or any rainy days. This one says Freedom waterproof bag, 2 litres, and you can buy them at a lot of stores, especially ones in Southeast Asia and especially ones which are by the beach. It can help to keep your belongings safe and save you a lot of stress for the sake of what is a small amount of money. Tip number 18, if you haven't already got Google Translate, get it downloaded, because they have a feature on there for translation which you can literally point at a menu, take a little photo or a sign and can translate it quickly without having to ask anybody. It's been so helpful when I've been in restaurants. It's all in Thai at a local restaurant, put it all in there, scan it, and it tells you exactly what it is in a matter of seconds. Tip number 19, I would pack a lightweight rain jacket. Even if you're going to a really hot country in Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, there's different seasons there. There's monsoon season and there's just sudden downpours. So you could be caught unexpectedly without a rain jacket or anything to keep you dry. So something small, something lightweight, put it in the bottom of your bag, and could save you from a sticky situation. And the final tip of the video, number 20, if you're planning on attaching anything to your bag, carabiner clips are your answer. For example, I have my rucksack and I like to go do some training or some running whilst I'm out there. I don't want to wear the same shoes that I'm walking about in because they'll stink if I'm running and sweating in them. So I bring another pair of shoes with me and attach it to my bag using a carabiner clip. Very easy. And that is it for the part 2 of this video for the travel tips I would do on your next traveling trip. So if you have any other suggestions in the comments below, please let me know. And other than that, please leave a like on this video, please subscribe, and thank you very much for your time. See you in the next video.